U.S. President Donald Trump, hospitalized with the coronavirus, has taken a surprise motorcade ride near Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. It's what he called a little surprise for his well-wishers. Who were conducting an impromptu vigil outside the hospital. Video of the event recorded at least one person screaming, "We love you," at the president, who waved from the passenger window of a black SUV while wearing a mask. Meanwhile, the campaign of Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden says he has once again tested negative for coronavirus after participating unmasked with the president in a televised debate last Tuesday. Several of the people attending the debate in support of President Trump have now tested positive for the coronavirus. President Trump, who entered the hospital on Friday, tweeted Sunday evening that he's getting great reports from his doctors. First Lady Melania Trump, who also has COVID-19, is recovering at the White House. Sunday marked 30 days before the November 3rd presidential election. Trump's opponent, Biden, said Friday he was sending prayers for the health and safety of the First Lady and the President of the United States. Biden added that the president's positive test is a, quote, bracing reminder to all of us that we have to take this virus seriously. Speaking Friday in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Biden, wearing a surgical mask, called again for a national mask mandate. He asserted it could save 100,000 lives in 100 days. The coronavirus has killed nearly 210,000 people in the United States and infected about 7.4 million across the country. That's according to the Johns Hopkins University coronavirus data. From Washington, you're listening to VOA News. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has shortened his schedule to trip after President Trump's positive COVID-19 test. Pompeo left for Tokyo today, but his planned stops in South Korea and Mongolia are no longer on his itinerary. That's according to the U.S. State Department. Tens of thousands of people marched through the center of the Belarusian capital, Minsk, on Sunday to demand that authorities free political prisoners. Police turned water cannon on the marchers. The march crowned a series of rallies in Belarus since an August 9th election in which President Alexander Lukashenko claimed a landslide victory. His opponents say it was rigged to hand him a sixth term in power. The political crisis in Belarus has caused broad repercussions for Minsk and its ally, Moscow. This week, the European Union and the United States imposed sanctions on senior Belarusian officials. They spared Lukashenko himself. And I should have said that happened last week. The World Bank says almost half of Afghanistan's 18,000 schools lack proper buildings, and an estimated 3.7 million children are still out of the classroom, despite massive investment in the education sector. The bank's country director on Sunday urged Afghan leaders to invest more in their people and stressed the need for continued international aid to create better lives for millions of people in the war-ravaged nation. Data from 2013 shows that 93% of 10-year-old Afghan children cannot read and understand a simple text when they finish primary school. A World Bank official said health indicators in Afghanistan are still worse than the average for low-income countries, and indicating a need for more access to services, especially for women. Belgium has arrested and charged 3 men suspected of involvement in the 1994 Rwanda genocide. A spokesman for the Belgian Federal Prosecutor's Office said in a statement that the 3 had been charged with serious human rights abuses. The spokesman said their identities had been verified with the help of witnesses in Rwanda. About 800,000 people, mostly Tutsis and some moderate Hutus, were killed in the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. The UN International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda indicted more than 90 people and tried 80 of them before it ceased operation 5 years ago. The U.S. Supreme Court begins its new 9-month term on Monday. That's ahead of a battle over the confirmation of President Trump's nominee to replace the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a Republican bid to invalidate the health care system, and a hotly contested presidential election. Via remote, Marissa Melton. You're listening to VOA News.